The Day of the Dead, El Día de los Muertos, is a Mexican celebration dedicated to remembering and honoring those loved ones who have passed. Dia de los Muertos is not the same as Halloween. Day of the Dead starts on the evening of October 31st and it goes on to November 2nd. Dia de los Muertos has taken place over 3,000 years ago. Dia de los Muertos originated with the Aztecs and the Mayan civilization honoring the dead. Movies like the 2013 Dia de los Muertos, The Book of Life, and Coco have made Dia de los Muertos a commercial success, and it has made it popular in other countries. The overall theme for these movies is remembering the loved ones who've passed away. Skulls in art go back to prehistoric times when skulls were a predominant figure in Mesoamerican societies and culture. You can see lots of skulls and skeleton motif in Mexico made by the Mayan and Aztec civilizations. Sugar art was brought to Mexico by missionaries in the 17th century. Mexicans learned from friars how to make sugar art. Dia de los Muertos art, skeletons called calacaza or esqueleto in Spanish, are another predominant Day of the Dead icon. Day of the Dead skeletons can take many forms, but all of them are whimsical and joyful, never scary, never sad. Virtual sugar skull. You will have the option to choose between a virtual sugar skull or a virtual bear design. We will talk more about the virtual bear design in a little bit. Now let's take a look at the directions for the virtual sugar skull. You will create a virtual sugar skull. You will learn how to resize, rotate, arrange, and flip the images to create a symmetrical and balanced sugar skull design. 1. Before you begin, rename the Google slide to your first name, last name, and virtual sugar skull. For example, Michael Jordan virtual sugar skull. 2. Choose the color of the skull you like. 3. Delete the rest of the skull slides. 4. Decorate your skull. 5. You must have at least a total of 10 objects, not including the eyes, nose, or mouth. Once you're done, you will go to the slide with your finished skull design. Then go to File, go to Download, pick JPEG, and save your work. Upload the JPEG file to the Google Classroom. Do not attach the Google slide. Only attach the JPEG. Let's take a look at the designs you can apply to your skull. Let's create a virtual skull design together. So I'm going to choose the color skull I want. I'm going to choose white. So now I'm going to delete the rest of the skulls. Now we're going to add the designs to the skull. I'm going to start with the eyes first. I'm going to select it, copy, go back to my skull, and I'm going to paste. Now you can use shortcuts or you could use right click. I'm going to hold down the Shift button as I resize this. When you hold down the Shift button, it keeps the proportion correct. Next, I'm going to find a nose. Next, I'm going to add decorations to my skull. So I want this flower over here on this side. So I'm going to copy, paste, but you see it doesn't fit on that side. So I'm going to flip it. It's selected, so I'm going to go to Arrange, Rotate, and I'm going to flip it horizontally. And there you go. So while I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to keep everything balanced and symmetrical as best as I can. So I'm imagining a line going down the skull, and whatever I do on one side, I'm going to do on the other side. And that's how we create visual balance and symmetry. I'm going to take this, I'm going to flip it vertically, so it's going to be upside down. Now, if you need to see what you're doing better, you could come up here to a little plus sign. You could do 100% view, or if you want to go fit to screen, and there you have it, my finished sugar skull design. So now I'm going to save it. So make sure you're on your slide. You're going to go to File, Download, go to JPEG, and you will save your work. Virtual bear design. You have the option to choose between a virtual sugar skull or a virtual bear design. Let's take a look at the different designs we have for the bear design. Now I'm going to create my own virtual bear. So I'm going to pick out the color face that I like the best. And I'm going to delete the rest of the faces. Now I'm going to start by adding the ears. I'm going to hold down the Shift to enlarge them proportionately instead of distorting them. Next, I'm going to add the eyes. And here's my finished bear design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it. You're going to go to File, Download, JPEG. You're going to save it, and then you're going to go ahead and upload it to Google Classroom.